FAA's take on high-rise is very simple. As we've put in our protest of last week, we are against these projects going ahead without all the necessary studies. It is of great benefit, not only to residents, but even to developers, to have all the studies carried out, in order to have the best possible project.
What do you think will be the main impact? Is it traffic? Because traffic is one of the issues that has been mentioned the most, at least.
I think the traffic impact will be strong. However, I feel that one of the strongest that Maltese people will feel and will respond to is the massive impact on their landscape. I think it's going to be a shock. People are recognizing that these buildings are going to be very tall and they are called high-rise, but I don't think they're actually taking in how much of an impact it's going to have on their day-to-day. I don't think they're really seeing that these buildings are going to be visible from pretty far vantage points, and I think it's going to possibly lead to a feeling of further congestion, feeling of the place is already it's densely populated. Yes, we recognize this, but possibly these buildings can actually lead to these stronger feelings because they're not being planned in a way that actually provide them with the true vast open space. They're actually, compared to other high-rise buildings around other cities, quite tight. The distances between them are often less than 10 meters. Two high-rise buildings, or maybe a medium too high and a high-rise building proposed in Town Square, there's less than 10 meters between, and that is a very small, dark and narrow space. And
this is especially why we're calling for studies, because with all these projects mushrooming up, it is of the utmost importance to have them planned holistically, to have all of them planned together so that one does not overlap the other, one does not close on the airspace on the space of another. When we talk about the effect on the landscape, there are two aspects. One is the long distance views, and this is going to be especially damaging in the case of the Imriel high-rise, which is supposed to be decided this week, where you have 4 towers directly in the line of view between Mdina and Valletta, and that will obliterate all these iconic landscapes as we know them presently. But then there is the close-up issue where these high-rise buildings are going to impose themselves on the neighboring residents, eliminate their light and air, and as Perit Kassar said, increase the sense of congestion, which also increases the rate of mental illness.
What about the St. Julians Parkville area? Are you saying that if the necessary studies are carried out and the rules are adhered to, do you think that it's at the end of the day the way to go? Because we've been saying for a number of years that the only way is up, basically, in such a small country.
Basically, that is a fallacy, because it overlooks the fact that we have 42,000 completely empty housing units.